Yeah. Okay. Did I get it? There? I don't like that angle. I want it up there. What do I do then? I just keep trying? I feel like you should wedge. Why can't you wedge? Hey, I think it's staying. That's great. Hey, it's Patrick from the YouTube channel Happy Nightmares. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Why can't you wedge?
I don't vlog, I've never vlogged, and this is really just an exercise for me trying to get more comfortable in front of the camera. I do the podcast, and right now I just put that on YouTube in audio format, and I would like to start doing that in video format. I'm not really comfortable in front of the camera. I don't think I have a very camera-friendly face, and it's really my own insecurities, so I'm doing this as a way to try and get over that. So this is gonna be part 1 of my YouTube journey. October 1st is my unofficial start date on YouTube. So I thought I would take this opportunity to try and get used to looking at the camera instead of just looking at myself all the time, and talk to you, the viewers, and let you know a little bit about me, how I got started on YouTube, and then just kind of map out my journey and how long it took me to reach certain milestones and things like that. So a little bit about me. I'm gonna keep it kind of professional on this, and maybe we'll get into personal stuff later on. I have no idea. Maybe this will be the one and only vlog I ever do and nobody will ever see any of this. My YouTube channel, Happy Nightmares, was created as a way to feature my fiction that I write. It is scary stories, paranormal, that kind of stuff. To take a step way back, sorry, it's super bright and I forgot my sunglasses today because it was raining on the way here, and so I didn't think about sunglasses, so I apologize for squinting. And I'm also gonna say a lot, which I'll probably try to edit out, hopefully. Many years ago in my childhood, I loved writing music, and that's kind of how I got started in writing. Got into contemporary Christian music and wrote that for a while. At some point, I realized that the stories that I wanted to tell through my songs didn't really fit into songs anymore. And so I thought, you know what, I'll just try my hand at writing. I'm not gonna lie, I can't even remember if the first thing I wrote was a short story, if I just started straight in on my novel. But I just started writing and it really just felt natural. This was like 2005, 2006 that I really started writing. Had I been smart, I would have started on YouTube then. I didn't really have the equipment or anything that I have now. Over the years, I've acquired quite a library of short stories that I've written. I've started quite a few different full-length novels, completed one of them, and last year, in 2020, probably at the end of 2019, I started thinking, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this. I spent an entire year of my life trying to find an agent to get my book published. I spent a lot of time researching self-publishing and looking into all the nuances of that. There's free ways to get self-published, but I didn't have the means to market what I had published. To do it right and to offer a product at a decent price, you have to invest money in it, and I just didn't have any money. Had a couple of my short stories published, so I had a little bit of validation in what I was writing was decent, at least acceptable from the standards of people who read things in the horror genre. So, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. And so I was really thinking, what is something that I can just start? Something that I can just do to get my work out there in front of people, because that's all I want. I just want to make people's lives better by giving them something to read that they might enjoy, because I write what I enjoy, and I can't be the only person in the world who likes this stuff. So that's when I decided YouTube was probably the way to do that. Over the years, I had acquired some microphones, some very old, at this point, very outdated software and hardware for recording, and started narrating. And that was really all it was supposed to be. So October 1st of 2020, I uploaded part 1 of my first story. I had this idea that all of my stories were gonna be like part 1, part 2, part 3, and I got decent traction on part 1, at least I thought I did. It was it's still very low view counts at this point, but part 2, when I put it out, got way less views than part 1, and I thought, where are all the people who listened to part 1? Nobody wanted to come back for part 2. And so that I kind of decided to get away from the part 1, part 2 after the very first story. And so every other story since then, I've just put out in one longer video. I'm a father, I have children, I have a full-time job, and I haven't had a lot of time to write. And I do have a pretty extensive library of short stories to use, but I started mapping it out and creating this production schedule for my YouTube channel, and I realized I'm gonna run out of stories really, really quickly. I started doing some research on YouTube, and I found out that there was a hell of a lot of people out there doing the exact same thing that I was doing, sort of, in telling scary stories on YouTube. I haven't found a lot that are focused around fiction, which is good. Most of them are like true scary stories, 10 true scary stories, and all those kinds of things. So I found that out, that I had a lot more competition than I ever realized. But I started realizing that there was a really big market out there, and there were channels with millions of subscribers getting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of views on these videos of story narrations, and a lot of true scary stories. And I thought, you know what, I'll do some of that, and I'll put some of that in there. I realized that I really missed composing music, so I thought maybe I can tie that in somehow. And I realized that my channel would really end up being kind of a variety channel in the horror genre, in the genre of the paranormal. And that idea is still kind of where I stand today. So I've branched out, and I've done a few new things on my channel. So the things you will find on my channel right now are my horror fiction, original horror fiction, true scary stories, music, instrumental music, just background soundtrack, good for sleeping, good for studying, and all that kind of stuff. I've done a couple of behind the scenes videos, which is really just me talking about the stories that I've written, what the inspiration for them was, and beyond all of that, I've started to build this kind of lore. So there's a lot of hidden things and underlying things that I'm trying to weave in there, so that down the line, if the channel gets as popular as I hope it does, there will be some things to dig into there. I've always loved the concept of the, what's it called? ARGs, alternate reality games, or whatever it is. I love YouTube channels like Game Theory, where they dig into the lore behind all of these things. I'm like, I want lore.
I need to have lore.
I must have lore. And so I spend a lot of time just thinking about lore and developing it. It's turned into a lot more than I thought, and so I'm trying to just drizzle pieces of that lore in wherever I can, and stick little hints and clues on my TikTok videos and Instagram posts and in the YouTube videos. The plan is to just keep that going as long as I can and keep adding to the story and keep that interesting. Just to give you guys kind of an update on where I'm at right now with my YouTube channel. It's mid-August, so I'm coming up on October 1st, which is the 1-year date since I uploaded my first real video to the Happy Nightmares YouTube channel. And right now I'm sitting at 175 subscribers. I've gotten about 2,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. You know, the goal is the 1,000 subscribers, and it's the 4,000 watch hours in the past 12 months so that you can get monetized and start making money. And I understand that for me, there's a ticking clock on this, because I do have a family. It takes time to run a YouTube channel, to create content for a YouTube channel. I have a full-time job. It's a lot of work. I sneak it in here and there, but sometimes it is an inconvenience to my family to be working on these things. And so I can't do it forever if there's not a payoff. So I'm approaching YouTube as a business. Yes, I love to create these things, and I never would have imagined just how much I love video editing and mixing the audio and choosing the music and trying to set the right mood for my narrations, and how much I just loved voice acting. And I want to keep doing it because I enjoy it, but I am approaching it as a business. I want this to grow into something that can bring some income for my family, and that's a tall order. It's not something that a lot of people can do. I don't know if it's a goal that I'm ever going to achieve, but I'm certainly going to try. Things have constantly evolved over the past year. My first year on YouTube has been an interesting one. I've joined some Facebook groups and learned a lot from just people talking about their own YouTube experiences and what they've done. And I've gone through now on 3 different occasions and completely changed every single one of my thumbnails on my video. I have almost 50 videos up right now, and I have completely overhauled them all, because in my brain, I was very text driven in my YouTube thumbnails. I put my Happy Nightmares logo, and I put the title of the story, and I put my channel tagline, Scary Stories to Haunt Your Dreams, a little tagline from the story to try and hook people into it. I thought they looked awesome, and my click-through rate was my click-through rate was really, really low. The last time that I updated my thumbnails, I actually saw my click-through rate decrease, which was weird because I decreased the amount of text and I tried to increase the visual aesthetic, the image part of the thumbnails, but I don't think I did it enough. So this last time, over the past few days, I've gone through and actually super simplified the thumbnails and tried to make them eye-catching from an image standpoint with a very, very minimal, very large, but very minimal text on the image so that it's very easy for people to understand what the video is. And so we'll see what happens. I don't know what impact that's gonna have on my click-through rate, but I spent a lot of time watching videos by Catherine Manning. She had some excellent videos on the front end of me getting started that just gave me some basics. It's getting really dark outside right now. I'm thinking there's probably gonna be a storm here in a second. The information that she had to offer was super helpful up to a point. The problem that I keep running into as an entertainment-based channel on YouTube, it's really hard to find videos on how to grow because at some point, all of these suggestions and all of the this is how you grow on YouTube videos say research trends, jump on trends, ride the train and get off when it starts to come down. That doesn't really work for this type of a channel. Yeah, you can kind of do trends. Like I could write new stories back in 2020. I could write new stories about the pandemic and have it be based in the pandemic. It's starting to rain. I don't know if my video's gotten darker, but it's super dark out right now. But there's a limit to how much you can rely on trends when you're just making creative content that's all based in a specific genre, like scary stories, the paranormal, horror. There's not a lot of information out there, and I've spent a lot of time looking for other videos on how to grow your audience with an entertainment-based channel. You know, you kind of have to just hope that people stumble upon it, and I'm doing a lot. I mean, I blast it out there. Every time I put out a video, I blast it out on Facebook. I put up a TikTok. I put it out on Instagram. I put it out on Twitter. I do the promotion to the best of my ability, but social media promotion doesn't do a whole lot when you don't have a lot of social media followers. The goal is to promote it to get more subscribers on YouTube, but you also have to get more social media followers so that you can promote the YouTube channel. And so I haven't figured that out yet. I've spent a lot of time researching SEO and how to optimize the information in my video descriptions, in my titles, researching keywords, and I'm basically just trying things and waiting to see what will work. So that's what I'm hoping to do with these videos here, is to maybe create a YouTube story for somebody who's not just making videos that can follow the trends. And once I figure out something that works, I'll drop it here. Once I see an increase in numbers, I'll make a video and let you guys know what I did and how I came up with it. I'm not a young guy. I'm pushing 40. So I'm an old guy starting on YouTube and about to have to walk outside in the rain, which I'm not looking forward to. It's gonna be an uphill battle. It's gonna be a journey, but it's gonna be a fun journey. And hopefully I get to keep doing it for a while. So I'll put some random videos up here. My goal is not really to grow this channel that this video is on necessarily, but who knows? You never know what's gonna catch on. So if nothing else, maybe somebody can find this and I can direct you to my YouTube channel, which is right here. youtube.com/havehappynightmares. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out the YouTube channel if you get a chance. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.